Okay, let's do a bit of this. Just to unwind. No silly voices required here. Okay, I think the first thing I'm going to do is order security cameras. And it's raining, so that's good. I don't have to water anything. If you were to make a mod that were to make the judge look more like Piccolo, what would be the thoughts on this? Is that possible? I mean, how often does that judge appear? If that judge is a regular throughout the trilogy, then I'd be more inclined to do it. But if, let's say, this is the last case... Oh, crap. No, I don't want you to move right. God damn it. Maybe see if that judge is a recurring character in the other two games in the trilogy. If he is, that would be funny. If he's not, then that's a lot of effort for something that'll probably wrap up next time. Well, his role, you know what I mean. Like, there's still the other two games. It would be hilarious, but I do appreciate, like, how much effort it would be. That was suddenly a start. I forgot that the bubble would be the moving out bubble. I had to close it right away. False start. Gotta love him. Was this authentic? No. Oh, I'm fairly certain it wasn't. I didn't think this would work the first time. It's okay. Wait, did I really get nothing overnight for this? I guess not. Alright, well, since this is here, I'll get it, but I'm gonna do the time-sensitive things. Another weird thing is, it's like, it's been ages since I watched Dragon Ball. I mean, the real Dragon Ball. And so I don't even remember how the original Piccolo sounds like, to be like, my voice is like that. I've pretty much permanently associated the Dragon Ball abridged voice with Piccolo now. I guess that technically means I can do a Piccolo impersonation. Okay. So I think the only thing missing from this room now is another security camera. I mean, I think I was gonna add... Was I gonna add the chemical posters? I don't know. Either way, this came out a lot better than I thought it would. I feared that I would not have a good idea for down here. Okay, wait, really? It's only 1,000? This makes no sense. You would think that this would be the more expensive camera. Alright, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a cheap camera. I think one more is enough. I don't think we need two. Okay. Otherwise, what else? Just thinking what I need. Just things for building. I guess that for outdoor purposes. Might do like a park or something. Ah, yoga mats. That's the one. Yes, we need yoga mats. Wait, do I really not have... Apparently I've never found yoga mat on this island. That's interesting. Okay, well, we'll go with some ones that you can't go wrong with. Like, that's... Yeah, let me see. This guy is just referred to as Judge. I can't tell if he's in all of them. Okay, Phoenix Red 2, Justice for All. Let's see. Sorry. I know this is a bit of an aside. Yeah, it looks like he's... It looks like he's a recurring character, so it's not like a one and done thing. Which, at the start, I was kind of regretting giving... I gave him that voice, and then I was doing a gruff version of it, and it was kind of just hurting my vocal cords a little, but then I landed on something where I could do that voice easier, and I guess it sort of turned into Piccolo without realizing it. Okay, well that seems to be okay. Alright, I need clothing. I'll go to halves first because that's gonna close soon. Same with this, actually. I need to turn on the ordnance. I forgot last time. I'm gonna do that today, right now. No, that's all. If 400, it's kind of funny. Just like even the price of this, if 480 is $4.80, that is cheap. Stupid $6 chips, or $6.50 in some cases. I mean, that arcade cabinet's expensive. Can't remember how much. Okay, I overshot just a little bit. It's okay. I'm not sure if I'll necessarily start the second game right away. I might have like a little bit of a gap before I start it. I underestimated how much effort Phoenix Wright would be. Gives you time. Did find the judges right. You see how you go. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. It would be funny. It is fairly animated. Man, it's always these ones. That's one sheet with different mouse shapes. Oh, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I even need to do this anymore. This is just, I guess, to potentially get the item she gives from the bad luck events. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to complete the art museum. I guess I should say what is specifically missing from it. Everything else is done, so I guess that's a first. Just so thumbnail's different. The hell? Samurai Greaves? When did I get that? Alright. He has to give me his photo eventually. Don't sit down. What? The bugs said they heard you walking this way. Okay. I've given them like 20 garden lanterns. Ah, still no luck. Okay, well, I had to check. Yeah, I gotta turn on the night ordinance. I keep forgetting. And at least stuff will be open a little later. I wasn't trying to talk to you. Have fun. I can't be the only one that just ignores the hotel people. Okay. This one? Ordinances. The night owl. Okay, good. No. I should have done this a long time ago, but I keep forgetting. Wow. I haven't had that be 2 in a row in a while. Okay. Did I change the ordinance? Just now, I just did. I forgot last night, but I've done it now. It's okay. It's not that important. Is that it? Yeah, okay. Where spooky there you are. Wisp. What happens if you hang on to this overnight? I know with the communicator it turns into rusted parts. I guess these will just disappear. Something new. Eh. Like it was never going to be anything exciting. But I guess. Alright, now everything's closed. But we're going to Happy Home anyway. Ah, wrong. Keep doing this. This one. Yes. I have been putting in the time for this to get Happy Home done. I guess I should do one that's a gym so then it gets the yoga mat. Because that is an item that I use a lot for island decoration because I use it to make fake boardwalks. And a bunch of other things. It's more useful than you would think. That's a very fancy pig. How many more happy homes? It should be close. I'm not sure how many I'm up to. But, oh wait, I already picked it up. I just have the clothing store left, I think. So, I'd say that there's less than 10. If I was to take a guess. It might be closer than I think. Apparently I really have that one. Dun, 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 dun. Do I have yoga mats here? Let's see. Yeah. So I should pick one that, I guess it's sports kind of oriented. As much as I don't want to. Okay, well the deep fryer we need for the restaurant, so... It's not a good exchange rate, but it doesn't matter. What? Why is that so expensive? Holy crap. No thanks. Just the pricing of this stuff just doesn't make sense sometimes. Night, career, grill, video games. A place designed for winners? What does that even mean? Kind of curious. Sure. I mean, I'm hoping it means it in the sense of competition, which would fit the bill of sports. What? Okay. Pile of money. I guess. That's interesting. Hang on, I'm just getting my timer out. What do I even do with this? I'm just thinking thematically. I was not expecting the theme would be money. I guess that would make the most sense, like an island. I'll just do one. Even though it should be two. Although, part of me just wants to make one floor just like a room where it's just money everywhere. And then, I don't know, there's like a swimming pool in the middle and nothing else. It would be amusing and it wouldn't take that much effort. Alright, fine. I don't have to spend ages on it. Yeah. Okay. The winner's circle, whatever that means. 15-minute start. Alright, so what has he got? Okay, I mean, there's some nice things. I'm not sure I can do what I want. Maybe it'll work. Okay, and then... I guess let's just make this look rich. Mm-hmm. No, that's not really, I guess, that, but then... Which one's the one that has gold on it? Yeah, like that. Oh, actually, no, that's better. Yeah, that's more fancy. Okay. Surprised there wasn't something like jewel encrusted. I think this one's going to be rather quick. Probably a bit much for this. Where are these things? Oh, cool. We can actually... It's kind of nice. These are the new items. Whoops. What else have we got that's rather rich? Pile of money. That's going to go indoors. What? That can't... Yeah, so there is sporting stuff that comes with this. Or maybe, no, that... No, that could be just things that came from the catalog. Never mind. Okay, see, that's... This is nice. Hang on. So this is where I would use the yoga mats to do like a path to the beach, but it's okay. Oh, wait, is it... Wait, this would imply that I have the legitimate one, wouldn't it? Okay, well that is happening. Don't... Oh no, there we go. Yep, that's what I wanted. Music player. Oh, that's the sloppy sink. That's funny. I get the feeling I would have had to have grown gold roses for it to appear here. It's okay. I've only used half the time, so... What? Oh my god, this thing is so awkwardly shaped. Okay, hang on. Like, it actually won't let me. Okay, whatever, man. It still works. Yeah, I mean, I think this is good enough. Alright, done that here. That wasn't even 15, that was 9 minutes. Are you serious? It's actually physical. Okay, whatever, man. Look, that's fine. That should not physically block anything. That's the game being difficult. Okay. Now I know what I'm gonna do. I think I might do it upstairs, so... I'm gonna do upstairs first, in a weird change of plan. We're starting with upstairs. Alright, 15 minutes upstairs. So do a square room. And it's cheering. Don't use window. Okay, so now... This is going to be the most simple room ever. A security room? That would have been cool. But no. Yep, and then on this back wall. Yep. Okay, so now we're gonna do... It's pretty simple. Just do that. I know this is rather silly. There's a vision for this. I guess I have to align it correctly. I don't think this is going to align the way I want it to. Actually, it's pretty close. Okay, so now I'm hoping it fits. Yeah. So put that way. Slightly too big. Three by three is what we want then. I don't think there's such a thing as a money rug. Yeah, that works. I think that works fine. And then do like that. Or perhaps... Yeah, I like this. There we go. It leads walkway to it. Okay, that looks good. Maybe overkill. Okay, this is pretty fun. This is pretty funny. Go like this. Alright, this is coming along. Yeah. Okay, now keep going. Just trying to make it symmetrical. Is that loosely correct? That is loosely correct. Alright, what else have we got? Just anything that's considered fancy. Money. They got plenty of piles of cash. Jeez, I mean, this is a treasure room more than anything else. There's no cheese in this game. We've talked about this. There was the cheese theme. There is no cheese in this game. Which is weird. Okay, I'm gonna use these as like decorative, like this, yeah. There's sort of plinth things. Don't want wall stuff though. Alright, screw it. I mean, look, it's supposed to be a room full of money. Not really a whole lot to think about here. This is it. This is the room. Done. I only used 9 minutes here. So, I mean, I could spend the full half hour downstairs if I wanted to. Yeah, treasure room. The golden bathtub. Just bathe while you're surrounded by riches. Cool. I'm just gonna give myself half an hour down here. Alright, starting. Alright, so I mean, that can go. I think I'm gonna do like a weird one now. Maybe it could go a little wider. Go by 8. That's better. Okay. I'll do a long room. Why not? Actually, I shouldn't plan that yet. Alright, let's decide on floors first, and I can do that. Always make that mistake. That's Nice. Okay. Certainly interesting, that one. Oh, holy crap, what's this wall? I want this wall. That's actually useful for... I might be able to buy it. For the basement that I got going. I think this is nice, and then do this on the back wall. There we go. Okay. Now that I've decided that... That means this should be the darkest wood possible. Okay, there we go. This will be pretty straightforward. You see, now we got really fancy stuff. I guess we're doing that. Am I going to use the golden toilet? Probably. I don't know if I've actually crafted it. No, see, I haven't made it. That's okay. Okay. That will do. Yeah, see, and we do have some of the extremely fancy stuff now, like this. The marble stuff. Which I guess is pretty unintentional. That works. Match this. I guess I can do it this way. Be weird about it. I mean, that's kind of neat. Okay, anyway, let's not worry about it too much. I don't know why this would be like a very small kitchen, but whatever. It doesn't matter. The money room is the more important thing. What else have we got? Yeah, I guess I have to make a bedroom, huh? Awkward. What a weird bedroom, but alright. I guess that's the space that I've allocated for it. Sure. Hang on. Now... I need to do something. I've been trying to do non-conventional layouts for a while. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's kind of a disaster. This one might be leaning on the side of it might actually work. Do you have a fancy bed you want? Guess that. But... it's such a small room. I mean, I guess we can do that. That's still usable to some degree. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not the greatest of bedrooms. Admittedly. This is one of these things that I just gotta roll with it, I guess. It's okay, I'll fix it. Okay. Wasn't there like a rug for bells? I swear there was a rug for bells. It's okay. I mean, that works too. Change my mind. Gotta keep your valuables locked, man. You know what? Sure. Yeah, round of applause for the money. I'd have 18 minutes still if I want. I think I don't really need it, to be perfectly honest. I guess I don't have a place to eat, technically. Okay, hang on. I need to change a couple things. This chair is a requirement. I can place it here. It's just whatever. Right? Is it a requirement? I think it is. It is. I have to have it. Oh, this is one of these. Oh no, there we go. Get rid of it. Okay, no, this will work. This will work. I just have to rethink it slightly, and then. Guess we have to go with a smaller table. This table, I mean, you won't be able to walk through, but, like, imagination-wise, that's whatever. You push the chairs in, it would work. It's just dumb. Yeah, sit on some fancy stools. There we go. Okay, now we can... Huh, I had the Super Nintendo there. Hell yeah. This is the one villager that would probably have, like, a third of himself hanging somewhere. Unfortunately, I thought it'd be a lot bigger than that. Okay, maybe not. Look extravagant. Kind of in the way. I'm probably going to change that back wall now. I don't know. It stopped making sense now. Yeah, I mean, look, that's fine. Okay, lighting. So let's move that over here. I mean, I'm just gonna do fancy chandeliers everywhere. It might seem a bit tacky, but we'll do a mix. Nah, it's gonna work. It's okay. It's the right kind of lighting. Yeah, I mean, admittedly, this is very claustrophobic. I'm done. There's still plenty of time, but I'm gonna adjust the lighting in here too. I mean, this is okay. I didn't exactly spend that much effort on it. And I always try to do weird things with the room divisions. Man, I just got tired of doing a big room over and over again. This is, yeah. This is extremely unconventional. This makes no sense here whatsoever, but whatever. It's just a bunch of pillars for no reason. It's okay. I stand by it. Not every idea is a winner. I wish I could hop in. Alright, this is the room we're gonna shop because downstairs. I don't know. It's okay. Just... Yeah. I think this room was the idea that I primarily had. It's just effectively a Scrooge McDuck room. You do a lot better than you. I don't think I've seen your stuff. And it's all time restricted. I spend 15 minutes per area. Like, if I really wanted to, I could spend a lot more time on it and probably make it more cohesive, but... just use it as a creative exercise. Make decisions quickly. Sometimes it works out. This one, yeah, it's okay. Not my best, but certainly not my worst. Okay. That of all the houses, which is my favorite? Oh, that's really hard. Mainly because there's been so many between the two islands. I have some favorites. I think there's one, it was like a noodle house. The noodle house one came out pretty nice, I think. That's the more recent one, but like we're talking about 9 months-ish of Happy Home. I don't remember. But overall, I mean, over the years, the Gordon Ramsay restaurant, there was one that I did that was like a Donkey Kong house. But I mean, with this, let me see. It wasn't on any of these. Okay, see, I can get reminded. Actually, the one I did yesterday was pretty nice. I did like this one. This one was very good. Same with this was a cool idea, but yeah, the popular ramen restaurant was definitely a good one. I liked the popular ramen restaurant. That one came out really nice. The Getaway came out really nice. Godwin's kind of hard to tell what's on the inside. I think the most interesting idea is, yeah, probably. The Natural Getaway was cool. It had an interesting room design. This one wasn't bad, actually. I would think on red, this is probably my favorite one. Followed closely by the camouflage one. Not so much the outside. Just I think the inside, very well done. Like here, it's okay. This one just had the right vibes. Particularly down here. It's like this screams like small ramen kitchen. I really like downstairs. And then upstairs. What did I do upstairs? I think upstairs was pretty good too. Yeah, I had like a little study. I mean, it was okay. It's like very quick. Not the greatest, but again, time constraints. I just think I really like how this came out. This was a very good restaurant. Just 3 styles of walls if you look at it. But then I wish you could just go to another one. I think you can. Oh, and then it makes you go in here. Hang on. I think this one's probably better overall, though. As simplistic as out here may be. Like, it fits pretty well. But then this one, if I would have spent more time on it, it probably would be the best one I've done. But this has everything. So, I mean, it has kitchen, small place to eat, technically. Living room. There's even, like, an indoor storage, like, area here. There's laundry in here. And study. With a fireplace and the bed. And there's probably more I could have done here. But I think my favorite about this is this little living room area. Just realized I can probably just hop to the next one. And I mean, this one I think is probably the most creative island for Red. Would I go back and redo the older ones? Nah, because that's not the point of this. The point of this is to spend a limited amount of time on it, and whatever it is, it is. Okay, there's one downside to this. I can't actually go inside. But the theme of this is inside. There's a studio where they film the moon landing. So this is pretty fitting. Can't actually get... Oh, hold on. No, maybe I can. No. Oh, yeah. Haha. Ah, it's just effectively a studio where you film. That's all that's down here. And then upstairs is just an area for the crew to live. Which is not, it's not bad, this one. It's like, you know, they live, the bedroom has their editing studio. Just drinks and caffeine to fuel them. Place to eat. Actually, this one has everything too. This one kind of cool too. Storage area for food. Kitchen. No, this one was alright as well. Bathroom. Yeah, I like this one too. Those are the top three, I would say. Because I did interesting things with the partitions. So, yeah, those lamps are just 3 lamps together. It's not a special cluster. It's just 3 lamps, color them differently. I want to see what I did for this one. I mean, the top 3 for blue, there was one that was effectively a castle. That one was pretty cool. And there was another one that I guess I did like a mini underwater thing. Okay, this one's not bad either. I think I would say that the stuff that I did on Blue Island is less creative from a, like, dividing up rooms perspective, but has more creative themes. And this one, I've messed around more with room sizes and dividing them up in different ways. I like the dark lighting. Not always. No, this one... Yeah, not all of them have dark lighting. Like... If we go... Yeah, the cheese maker one. There is no cheese in this one. Let's visit the cheese maker, shall we? Like, the closest we have is the cheese on this charcuterie board. That's about it. And then... Which is... It's just weird. Like, the butter on the potatoes doesn't count. This was what was in the theme as well, by the way. It's like they added the buttered potatoes. Yeah, I guess with this one I just did a big kitchen. This one has the biggest kitchen. And it's just, if you think about it, right? Like, at first I thought, okay, there's villages that are cows, so maybe it is weird to have cheese. But then there's milk. So that doesn't make sense either. So I don't know what the explanation is. They should have cheese. It's weird that they don't. But anyway, this witch, like, Halloween thing, let's just say it's melted cheese. That's it. It's the closest I got. And that had bright lighting. I don't know. Alright. I don't think we're done. I just like saying that most of these, each area was 15 minutes. That's it. I can always say that. So revisiting, yeah, kind of goes against that. Even though I could, but there's no need. Oh, it stopped raining. That's alright. I'm just glad that between everything I've done in Happy Home, I don't feel like I've repeated myself. Over the, I would say, like 100+ homes I've done. I mean, there's certain things that I definitely do. But that's because there's not really much you can do. Like, I feel like I do the same bathroom sort of area because, well, there's not really a whole lot of option. Same with things to hang up on the walls. It's just, there's not too much you can do. But yeah, easiest one to say that was my all-time favorite, the Gordon Ramsay restaurant. That, hands down, thematically was the best, and just how it came out, oh man, it cracked me up. And the fact that ultimately, like, he would make a TV show that was what I was joking about, I think is just the icing on the cake. Or the cherry on top, whatever you might call it. Just the fact that that got manifested into reality. Beautiful. And for those that don't know, I'll say it for VOD watchers, but I did a restaurant, Gordon Ramsay Fish and Chips restaurant, And so the restaurant was normal, and it had pictures of Gordon everywhere, whatever, you know, ego-boosting sort of thing. And then you go into the kitchen, and the workers are working very hard, and there's security cameras in the back with a sign, with one of those neon signs, and it just says "Hurry up," with a like picture of Gordon in a frame. And so the joke, I was joking about it at the time, that Gordon is off in a van somewhere, just keeping tabs on his workers, and using the security cameras manually, focusing on them and telling them to hurry up. This was like 3-4 years ago. And in that time, so Kitchen Nightmares, to mix it up, the latest season at the time, you know, currently, they decided to mix up the formula, and it's now Gordon's Secret Service. And so at the start of it, they have an insider. And so the insider effectively, you know, tell Gordon what's up. And Gordon installs cameras, and apparently the restaurant's being told they're on some other reality TV show, not Gordon Ramsay's one. So Gordon is sitting in a van at the start of every episode, and he's watching the kitchen staff, effectively. And every now and then they cut to footage of Gordon using, like, this joystick to control the camera and zoom in. So basically everything I joked about came true. There's Gordon sitting in a... I mean, other than the part where he tells them to hurry up, but, like, the idea of him spying on kitchen staff and being in a van somewhere very close. The fact that that became a reality, it's... Oh, man. It's so good. I don't know. That's why that one has to be the favorite, without question. Both from just a design perspective and just, yeah. The fact that somehow I predicted that was going to happen. That's just, it wouldn't be the first time that I've caused something to become a reality. I mean, I know I'm not the cause of it, but like, joking about something and then it actually happens. That show didn't last long. They didn't do a second season of it. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up. But the fact of the matter is, like, the first half of it makes sense. It's like, okay, I can believe that Gordon, they haven't told that they're on a Gordon Ramsay show. Fine. But it's the second half of it that's weird. It's like once, halfway through the show, Gordon reveals that he's there and that he has an insider, so to speak. And then it's just like, okay, so from this point forward, you can be normal, right? No, he just goes back to his van for some weird reason. It's like, what's the point of the van at that point? Like, they know you're here. Like, just go back to being normal Kitchen Nightmares. That's the part that's just like, it's stupid. Why would he go back into the secret van? Like, they all know he's in there. And then the whole premise of the inside, it's like, well, the inside is obviously, every time, it's either going to be like someone very close to the restaurant or someone with a vested financial interest in it. It's very rare that it's just some random staff member. I think a couple of times it was, but most of the time it's just like, yeah, it's a sibling of the owner, or it's the wife, or it's the husband. It's always someone extremely close. It's one of those things that it's like, it's not really that much of a surprise after a few episodes. The novelty wears off super quickly. But that might be why it just didn't continue, I guess. But I guess that's the thing with reality TV shows is you could come up with such a stupid idea, and you know what? Like, someone might make a reality TV show out of that. Like, I was just trying to be funny. Just ended up turning into a real reality TV show. I was gonna bury it, but okay, shovel's gone. Nah, I'll just make another one. By the way, you know what I learned that's really insane? On the talk of the Yakuza stuff. Well, Stranger Than Heaven, right? They released a, what do you call it? An updated trailer that kind of goes through the characters on the game. And, I mean, I guess they've always had guests that, for the English dub, like, they can be strange. Like, last time, they had, Danny Trejo. And that was cool. His character kind of looked like him, but it wasn't too much like him. But anyway, for Stranger Than Heaven, Snoop Dogg's in it. And I was just like, man, I don't know. I feel like if Snoop Dogg turns up, that's a little too commercial. It's so funny because growing up like Snoop Dogg, my uncle's listening to that. It was just, I guess he was not what it is now. Snoop Dogg was kind of very anti-establishment, and now it's just like, yeah, I mean, Snoop Dogg turning up in something, I don't know, that's very commercial. Would I play it? I mean, I'm gonna play it. It's more just, I don't know. It kind of hit a moment where it's just like, at a certain point, Fortnite had a tipping point where it started becoming ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, to the point where it's like, okay, everything is just in fucking Fortnite now. I mean, not to use an outdated reference, but with Happy Days, right? That show, they refer it to as the episode where, like, Fonz jumped the shark, basically. And that's always a way of saying, like, this is the point where, yeah, I think they kind of lost track of what the thing was originally about. And so, I don't know. I feel like Snoop Dogg turning up in something, that's the point where, unless the thing is absurd to begin with, which I guess Yakuza kind of is, but I just feel like that's the jumping the shark moment. It's just like, really, dude? Snoop Dogg? In a game set, like, supposedly set, in World War II Japan, just Snoop Dogg. Okay, man. Snoop Dogg is in Storybots, your son loves the episode he's in. Yeah, I mean, nothing against him, right? It's just more, like, I do enjoy his appearances. They are usually pretty comedic. But it's definitely a thing where it's just like, if he appears, something has gotten very commercial. And it's gotten large enough where it's just like, yeah. You know, there's money to be made with him appearing. So, I don't know. I was watching it and I was seeing the characters roll through and then suddenly Snoop Dogg. I was like, what do you mean Snoop Dogg? What are you talking about? But I mean, yeah, we'll see. The thing about the Yakuza games, I don't know, like Yakuza 3 kind of left, well, not the original, I'm talking about the Kiwami 3. the remake. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, that one, it felt off. Like, it definitely was lesser compared to the other remakes they've done of older games. It's not that it wasn't fun. Like, I did have fun with it, but there were things where I was just like, oh, I guess that's it. And then, you know, obviously the stupid... the stupid, unnecessary, just the ending. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've seen in a Yakuza game. Well... But it's almost like they're doing it intentionally now. What's the dumbest thing a villain can survive? The graphics were nice? Yeah, I mean... I like the visuals in the new games, but there's something to be said that... I can't put my finger on it. Like, sometimes they just look uncanny. And the bodies do weird shit. The older games, I don't know, I feel like it didn't do nearly as much weird shit. I've had some weird glitches in the newer games. Like, there was that fight with that guy where the body was just spinning around, like, for no reason in the air. Oh yeah, and Dark Tires, like, the Dark Tires thing. Yeah, that was, like, very disappointing for me. It was cool that they expanded the story on the villain, but I feel like that could have been interwoven into the main game. And just... I'm always glitching games. I mean, true, but... the likelihood of it happening in the older games was less. I was gonna not dig these up, but then I remembered, wait, there's the rare mushrooms. And some of these I want for decorations. Anyway, with Stranger Than Heaven, I don't know, like, I guess it depends how much it costs, but guessing the way things are right now, where just games are over $100, I might wait. It's like the approach for Resident Evil, and Resident Evil is a game that's been critically acclaimed. Like, the new one, I think it's pretty much universally loved. And it's just like... I would like to play that, but then I just think, man, I talked about it the other night. I could very much not ever buy another game for the rest of my life, and I would still have plenty to play. And so with that, it's just... I think I'm just gonna wait for games to just kind of run their course. At least single-player games. And the big ones, right? The ones that cost all this money. And just get them once it's been a little bit of time. Or wait for them to go on sale. I'm sure Resident Evil soon enough will go on sale, or maybe even for Halloween. It'll probably happen. And that'll probably happen with Stranger Than Heaven, maybe. I'm not sure. Depends what's around at the time. I guess it's $70, probably. Even the new Star Fox game, I was just thinking, man, it's Star Fox 64. ultimately, and the game's going to be $90 to get a physical here. It's just like... Here's the problem that I think some of these companies are going to face. Like, I think they're focusing too much on adults, as weird as that might be. But let's take Nintendo, for example. Dude, if we compare to when I grew up, right? So, my childhood, if it were to occur again in today's time, we wouldn't own a Nintendo console. Like, that's the reality. The circumstances for us owning Nintendo consoles back in the day was we got them when they were pretty much at the end of their life. The successor had come out. So the console's price was drastically dropped. You could get it in a bundle with a game. And the games were also drastically dropped in price because they were old. Or discounted. And so that's how we got our Nintendo consoles early on. And that just doesn't happen anymore. Like, Nintendo doesn't discount their consoles. The bundles, I mean, there's a couple, but they're not like what they used to be. The console's price certainly doesn't come down. The game prices don't come down anymore. They abolished Nintendo Select so you don't get cheap games after a couple of years or when they sell a bunch of copies. There's no more rental places either where you could, like, get new games for a few bucks, play them, and be done with them. And I guess that's... My point is... There's other things that kids are going for that they can afford with their pocket money. Like, things that have a low entry. Something like Roblox, for example. Or Minecraft. It's just like... I truly believe what's going to end up happening is that when children grow up, they're not going to have, like current children, we're talking Gen Alpha, when they grow up, they're not going to have the same nostalgia for Nintendo that millennials and Zoomers do. Like, I think right now, pretty much the younger people that play these games right now is because their parents are buying it for them, if they can afford it. But in the case where, like, you talk about a childhood like mine, where my parents got what they could afford, Nintendo would be out of the question at this point. It just wouldn't happen. And so if I was a kid right now and had the same kind of childhood that I had growing up, like, absolutely it would be something like Roblox or Minecraft or something on a phone that was free. Effectively. And I think, like, to talk about another thing, I think Apple kind of realized this problem. Because their computers are stupid expensive, right? And so I think what they realized is they had a generation of kids growing up currently where a lot of parents wouldn't buy Apple computers and schools wouldn't buy them either because of how expensive they were. And they were buying Chromebooks. And so they realized what was going to happen 20 years from now was there would be a bunch of adults that grew up on Chromebooks. And what did they do? They released their cheapest laptop ever, this $500 thing, which now it's like, okay, now they've kind of reversed course on that. And I think that's what's going to happen to Nintendo. Like, now it's... The cost of their console is so expensive. The cost of their games are so expensive. And it's... I just think what's going to happen is pretty much that problem. It's not to say that their stuff won't sell. It's to say that there's going to be a large group of kids that'll grow up that probably won't get many Nintendo experiences. And when you look at them 20 years from now, those adults won't really have that much nostalgia for this stuff. That's the theory I have. And I don't know. You know what's funny? To go back to Yakuza as an example, this problem occurs in Yakuza. Is the hostess clubs. Majima talks about it in Yakuza 0, where it's just like, you don't want to end up with just old people at your club. You need to bring in young blood. You need to do things to attract young people and, you know, make it affordable for them. Eventually those old people die off. I don't know, I'm paraphrasing the point, but like, yeah. He kind of brings it up, and I think that's what's happening with consoles right now specifically. It's just, we're going to end up in this scenario where... Yeah, man, like, I don't know. An upbringing like mine. It's not gonna... If that were to happen today, it's not going to happen with PlayStation. It's not going to happen with any console. It's going to be, yeah, I'm going to be playing something that is free, and then even if it has microtransactions, it doesn't matter. Like, I can afford it with the pocket money I get. Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about a lot of kids playing it as well, so... I don't know. I was just thinking about it because, Nintendo announced increases to the price of their consoles today. So that's why this is on my mind. As well as increases to the price of Nintendo Switch Online. I mean, to be fair, to be charitable to them, you know, every console maker has increased their prices. It's not something specific to Nintendo. It's just the RAM crisis has caused this. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, this generation, they increased their prices. And, man, it's just, there's certain games where they could be cheaper. But they're choosing not to do it. Any sort of discount program, they've basically abolished. How much now? Give me a sec. I'll bring it up. So this was, yeah, so this is it. Let me zoom in. Nintendo Japan. So, I mean, that's Japanese prices. We have them, yeah. So the Switch 2 is going up 50 US to $4.99. So it's $50. And then Nintendo Switch Online. Maybe it's not going up in the West. But the console definitely is increasing, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if we look at it, 306 to 400. Let's go by yearly. So it's like, you know, that becomes 3,000. It's quite an increase. It is not a small increase by any means. So it's like roughly a third more expensive, give or take, for a year. So, I guess until September. Hang on. No, hang on. Okay, effective date of revisions in US. Yeah, so from September to later on in the year. In Japan, it's pretty much immediately. The rest is just stuff that doesn't sell elsewhere, but yeah. So get it now before the hike. Yeah, I mean, that kind of is the takeaway. If you're on the fence about one, I would highly consider it. But I don't know, man. It's just... you just compare it to Nintendo from the Wii era. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. It's just like... games used to get cheaper over time. There would be discount programs. You'd get nice bundles from time to time. The Switch 2 has brought the game keycard thing, which is its own problem. Games became more expensive. From the Switch 1, games stopped getting cheaper. They don't do it. I mean, remember when they gave away Wii Sports? Like... yeah, I mean, Reggie, I mean, I'm paraphrasing him, but, you know, he basically had to drag them kicking and screaming to give away Wii Sports. And just, the people that are in charge now, they're not going to push for that. It's just, they're just corporate people. I don't know. Sorry to be doom and gloom. I guess I'm just saying I'm changing my approach to buying games now, that's all. I've been focusing more on buying stuff on Steam when it's discounted and playing games that have been on my backlog. And I think that's just how it's gonna be. It's just, I might pick up a new game every now and then where it's like, yes, I've been waiting for this game. And I want to play this right away. But for the most part, it's gonna wait until stuff comes down in price. So it'll probably be like 6 to 9 months, maybe a year after it releases. And for Nintendo stuff, it's basically, unless I'm really compelled, and it's like a favorite franchise, I'm probably gonna avoid Nintendo stuff, to be honest. That's why I haven't picked up stuff like Tomodachi Life. I would have been interested in that had it been cheaper. And even the new Star Fox game, I'm very on the fence about it. So no new Pokemon game? No. Not whilst it was on Game Keycard. Or you're talking about, like, mainline Pokemon game. I haven't checked out a mainline Pokemon game since Sword and Shield, so... I'm just not that into Pokemon. And that one, I think, is especially guilty of, like, just, I don't know, being overreaching, let's say. The Wind and Waves, yeah. The thing that irks me about Pokemon is just the issues that the modern games have, and it's just like, dude, it's the biggest franchise in the world. Like, it's not a small indie team by any means. It's the performance issues, things being weird, games from, like, the Wii U era looking better. Like, what are you guys doing? I don't know. And then now it's like DLC being announced before the games even come out, and yeah. I don't know. The reason I got into Pokemon was that it was fun. And I don't know, the concept of catching them all was cool to me, but now that concept's kind of out the window, isn't it? Like, you can't even do that anymore. And there's just so much other systems on top of it, where it's just... Maybe I'm just a purist, or just like things more simple, but yeah. But when things became, oh, to catch them all, you gotta, like, buy all these games because there's event-exclusive stuff. That was during the GameCube era. I think that's where it started losing me. I was watching a video on the process of actually catching them all from that era, and it is pretty insane what you need to do. The amount of games you need to actually do it, and events you need to go to, or have gone to. Some of which were Japan exclusive, which, yeah. The Chrysalis stopped for a while. I think for me it was, yeah. Just, I didn't have a Game Boy Advance, and I came back during the DS era for a bit. I didn't have a Game Boy Advance or a GameCube, so that's where, like, my break was, and then it was nice to come back again during the DS, and then again for the Switch, but I think the last three titles have kind of had something about them where I'm just, I don't know, I'm not forgiving in that regard. Because I just don't see it as, there's no valid excuse they can come up with for the stuff that they've put out. At least not in my eyes, I don't know, maybe I'm a cynic. And it's okay, I'm not saying the games aren't enjoyable. I know for a fact that some of the new systems they've introduced, they look very fun. But there's other things where it's just, man, come on. Literally the biggest franchise. Like, it eclipses second place. There was like a Wikipedia page I showed that showed the top franchises of the world, and Pokemon is number 1. And when you combine number 2 and number 3, they still don't make up the same amount of money that Pokemon makes annually. And with that, I don't think there's an excuse. Maybe the excuse is they're releasing the games too often. And they need more time. Maybe. But that's the choice they're making. Played the new Pokemon Snap and didn't know the majority of Pokemon. I'd say my knowledge, Gen 1 and 2, pretty good. Gen 1, flawless, like immaculate. I can know all the Gen 1 stuff. Gen 2, decent. Gen 3, yeah, that's where it starts to get flaky. Gen 4 onwards, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one's from which gen generally. The last 2 generations, for sure, there's a bunch that I don't know. Gen 3 and up is bad for you. Yeah. I mean, that tracks. That's pretty much, I think, most people's experiences. Well, at least the ones that grew up with Gen 1 and Gen 1 or Gen 2 is Gen 3 is usually the part where they need to yeah, take a break from it. But you know, times were different back then. You got made fun of for being a nerdy kid. Dude, I grew up in an era where just owning a computer apparently made you a nerd. Just shit was rough. Just imagine the stupidity in that. couldn't tell the starters in Gen 3. Huh. I'm trying to think. Like, isn't Trico the starter? Let's see. I hope so. I hope I'm right. Or Treco. No, it's Trico. Yes, Gen 3. Haha! I was right. So I know the Gen 3 starters. Torchic, Mudkip, and Trico. Gen 4. Okay, let me think. I think Gen 4 Tepig, if I'm not wrong, as the fire starter. Then, let me see. No, that's Gen 5, damn. What's Gen 4? So hang on, if it's not Tepig. Oh, of course, Chimchar. Yeah, Chimchar, Piplup, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, that's where it gets hazy. After that, yeah, I cannot say it. Yeah, I forgot about Monkey Starter. Too many to remember. I mean, there's over 1,000 now, right? Still don't have a birthday Pokemon? Birthday Pokemon? What's a birthday Pokemon? I just realized I got the golden slingshot finally. The Pokemon whose number is your birthday. What? But how does that make sense? Are you saying like their number? So for example, if you... Okay, but like... Hang on. It would depend... Yeah, I guess it would depend on the date format, wouldn't it? Because... So, it would be day and then month, right? But for me, it would be... It's either day, month, day, depending where you're from. I'm just trying to figure out, like, if you didn't use the... No, month, day. No, it's month, day for you, the American, but for the rest of the world... I'm just saying, if you weren't in America, you would probably have one. That's what I'm trying to ascertain. It's like, I bet if you reverse that, you would have one. I mean, I'm covered either way, but... Or maybe not, I don't know. Resource. Let me see. Okay, that one, or if I reverse it. Huh. I kind of like the American format more, but whatever. That's actually pretty funny. So like, one's pincer, the other one's lombre. Lombre. I mean, that's cool that one's Gen 1 at least. It's two that I recognize. Not unknown ones. I thought you were going to say that Pokemon have birthdays or something. Jealous I get two. Well, I don't get two. So if I follow the date format that I should follow, then it's just one. We've kind of just been running around talking and not really doing much. Right. Do I want to buy more lamps? I guess I do, don't I? Just thinking. Oh, I guess that's nice. Yeah, I mean, the stuff was nice, but it's... if you go by my dates, you get Pansage. Well, there you go, you can choose to have one. If you just accept the standard that the rest of the world... Well, to be fair, the rest of the world is split, but, like... The world is split. And the other format, I agree with the other format too, because it makes sense. The two date formats that make sense. If you go by, like, British standard, it's day, month, year. So it's the smallest unit going up to the biggest one. And then the other standard, which I think is used in Asia primarily, but it goes year, month, day. So it's going downwards. So largest to smallest or smallest to largest. Those two date formats. America is just like... And I get why. I know why it is the way it is. It's... The American format is normalized to, I guess, how people usually read it out. But it's like... It's not logical. Especially now in the context of computing, it makes less sense. I would say it's much like the imperial system of measuring. In olden times, it made perfect sense. But now we're past that. We're in a digital age, and in a digital age, I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I can rationalize it, but I still think it's dumb. It's okay. I just think that the worst thing, particularly in terms of gaming news, is just when they announce an event and you get excited and then you're like, wait, American date format. Shit, it's a month away. I've had that happen many a time. Trying to make sure I collected every mushroom as well. Alright, I think I've done everything I want to do. Still no luck on villager, which I don't know what to say. I've tried. I really have. It just hasn't rolled. Alright, we'll leave it there. If you're watching this later on the VOD's channel, thanks for sticking around to the end. Leave a like if you feel like it. Thank you for watching. Oh, this chair's so squeaky. Listen to it.